Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Played out to the right. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Arnautovic. It's a loose ball. Mohamed Salah goes looking. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Nedved eyeing that space. He's left his man. It's come loose.
Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Rakitic. Nedved with a good steal, well played. He's off on a marauding run. Romario, big chance. Romario! That is a great ball, but not a great finish.
Romario knows only too well that he should have converted after getting through one-on-one. He doesn't need telling.
And that's been won straight back. Casemiro. And it's Romario. Payet. And shoots! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, crucially, he ensured that the shot was kept low and it nearly came off.
Neymar with the short one. Nedved. So who's he picking out? It's Nedved! They've played it short. Romario. He hits one! Goal! Leon! The breakthrough strike! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Arnautovic! Oh, great save, real class.
Arnautovic really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Casemiro and Marcelo. Nedved pushes it out wide. Now it's Mohamed Salah going through. Shapes the shoots.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Rakitic. Half an hour played now. Kimpembe. Arnautovic. He's got the... He'll have a dip! And in again! Back of the net! They have hauled themselves right back into it! De Gea reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
Just brushed off the ball there. The ball's loose, and he's after it. No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. And it's Rakitic. Oh, great! Looking to shoot! Really well taken goal. And the comeback is complete.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So we have a breakthrough.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look...
Lyon have a free kick. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Neymar! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Rakitic. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Could move up a gear here. He's got away. Arnautovic goes through the mid. He's had a go! Thiago Silva. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2 goals. Here we go again. And it's Rakitic. Plays it out to the wing. Crowd calling for... Has a hit! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Daniel Alves. Marcelo. Casemiro plays it out to the flank. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Partey. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Aimed long and direct. Romario. Keeper's ball. Yedlin. Partey tries to get it forward quickly. And help's available out wide. Oh, can he score? Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
I actually fancied him to score then, but we should give the keeper credit for doing his bit.
Daniel Alves. Thiago Silva.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Out to the left it goes. Chance! Is it in? Forward it goes. Vidal. Vidal.
That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Van Dijk plays it forward. Vidal. You would think that the first substitutions will be coming up pretty soon. And the through ball is intercepted. Partey. Neymar tries to get it forward quickly. And it's Salah. Partey. Mohamed Salah. He's left his man. Went in for a slide tackle and executed it cleanly.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Receives it from behind. Has gone out.
Changement pour l'Olympique Lyonnais. Le numéro 10. Le numéro 15.
And out to safety.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Arnautovic has been found. And Arnautovic! And a second time! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Yeah, he was off. Ever so slightly, but he was off.
Van Dijk.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Luis Suarez going through. And the referee brings it to a close. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, you often need resolve and resilience when under more pressure away from home, but I thought their efforts deserved that.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to... looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Too close for comfort. Yedlin. Quintero. Cut out in the nick of time. Now, big chance! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Neymar knocks it away. Oh no, that's not the ball he wanted. Vidal cuts it out. Tries to get it forward quickly. Nedved. And it's Vidal.
Lyon have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
Flags up.
Mohamed Salah only needed to check his run slightly and he was in the clear.
Van Dijk. Mendy goes looking. And that's sprayed out wide. Vidal Good idea, just poorly executed. Arnautovic. Arnautovic. Vidal. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Goes for goal! Oh, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Neymar brings the ball forward. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Arnautovic. He's got it on the right now. What's on? He's left his man. Vidal. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's gone for it! Goal! Lyon! And Lyon are in front. Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Now it's Arnautovic. He's had a shot! That's a great exchange.
They used the 1-2 to great effect in working their way through the middle then. A little more luck though, and they may have been celebrating.
And it's Quintero. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's made sure that that won't get through. Vidal tried to play it through.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Shoots! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Juan Quintero. Vidal. Aimed long and direct. And it's Vidal. Casemiro. Daniel Alves. Looking for space out wide. Meets it first time!
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just...
Not the most convincing of displays. They can certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
Here we go again then.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Nedved. Out to the left it goes. Juan Quintero. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
And it's Yedlin. Partey. Over to the left. Juan Quintero. Hits one! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
And now the breakaway. Arnautovic is desperately calling for it. And Arnautovic!
Arnautovic can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Stuck out a leg for a good challenge. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Nedved. And can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Nedved really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Neymar. Has a pop! And he comes up trumps again. Neymar with the short one. And it's Mondi. Battles to win it back. Now it's Arnautovic. Oh, they can break here. Arnautovic. In with a header! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Forward it goes. Mendy tries to switch the play. Mohamed Salah gets it back. And it's Neymar. He's got away. Neymar goes through the middle. Well, that's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Daniel Alves. Nedved. Out towards the flank. Nedved.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Can't get the better of his opposite number. Nedved needed to come up with a better ball.
Nedved encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And it's Van Dijk. Van Dijk spreads it towards the left. Played into space out wide. There are a few waiting for it. Oh, really good feet from him. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Juan Quintero has created one goal already. Nedved. Partey went in strong and he took the ball. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Shots on! Juan Quintero! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And that's been levered clear. It is now or never. Time is against them. Here's the ball in. Cristiano Ronaldo. Luis Suarez.
They're making life really hard.
And that will be the final act. A game chock full of moments and talking points. It could have gone either way, but chose in the end to share its spoils. It ends in a highly entertaining draw. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town and the buses have been packed double-deck. A spectacular effort! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Out wide to the right. Oh, well played, he saw that coming. Yedlin. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Partey. Hits one! He's done very well to get to that.
Oxlade-Chamberlain simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
And it's Mahrez. Rodrigo. That's a brilliant interception. He's had a go! That's a lovely try, but not to be.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited and they need filling, and fast.
And he's going long. Well positioned to make that interception. Alderweireld. Yedlin. So it is still 0-0. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Rodrigo. Mahrez. It's on a plate. Partey plays it forward. And now they can launch a counter. Sanchez gets into the right position to intercept. And it's Vardy. And the counter is on. This is promising. It's a great ball. Up he gets! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now it's Vardy. Vardy. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Mahrez. Real chance. He'll have a dip. He's scored. Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Deadlock broken. It's hits one. It's a goal.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose.
Header! They've done it! And again they hit the front. What a great header. Got plenty on that.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
So we have a breakthrough. Now it's Vardy! And that really should have hit the net. Now it's Rodrigo. Here it comes. Well read, he sorted that out. Can he score? Oxlade-Chamberlain goes looking. And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And that's been won straight back. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a really good half of football.
Well, we've had plenty to go. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Room for a shot. Can he finish? Mattel. Aimed long and direct. Mahrez. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? That intervention was very necessary. Out to the left it goes. He spotted the run and played him through. And it's Vardy. Vardy. Is it in? And the follow-up. Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
No, ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Oxlade-Chamberlain making use of the space out wide. Vardy. Piqué with a fine tackle.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
He's gone for it! They've scored! It's level again! What a match we have! Oxlade-Chamberlain at his razor-sharp best there.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So all square and not for the first time.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence.
Up for the header! Oh, surely that deserved better.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Number 16, number 24, number 15.
Now it's Camero. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
And he's cut it out. Now the counter. Oh, good ball. Vardy. Played back in.
PK simply had to make that count, and he did it with some authority too. Wonderful.
Good ball. Now, can he capitalise? Alderweireld. Vardy is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
That's a throw. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Oh, they can break here. Cut out in the nick of time.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Rodrigo. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Gets good distance on it. He's left his man. Shoots! Back of the net! And they're back in front. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So we have a double substitution going on here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
It's a loose ball.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
Could have here their final chance. Knocks it away. That's a throw. Not a good throw at all, really. He's given away possession cheaply.
Look, with time running out, they have to get the ball in the penalty box, and if it means a long punt, then so be it. They've got to give...
The final whistle. Fabulous entertainment, drama in spades, and no one would have argued with a draw, but they have lost it. Your reflections then, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to
Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. And a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Vardy certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Rodrigo, Smolnikov, Medel. Rodrigo, Bellarabi, crossed it, has a swing at it! Goal! The breakthrough strike! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Gorgeous control there. Arnautovic. Needed a better pass there. Rodrigo. Forward it goes. Now it's Vardy. And he's cut it out. It's anyone's ball. Medel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellarabi. Rodrigo. Oh, well defended. That had to be done. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now it's Arnautovic. And it's Vardy. Gets it back. He's left his man. Striding forward, face has a hit. Bellarabi. And here comes the corner. Up to meet it. That's a half-decent try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Arnautovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bellarabi. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Smolnikov. Rodrigo. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Partey spreads it towards the left. Back into the middle. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if
shoots. He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Gets up to head it! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Arnautovic. Surely he scores! Oh, it's Oxlade-Chamberlain! Sticks it away! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one.
Lloris perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, for me, both sides are strong and well matched, and I think you need to be a good player to be out there right now.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's a decent ball. And he's there to hoof it away. And it's half-time here. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. Reflections on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And that's the second half started. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. He's picked him out. Crunching tackle. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Yeah, it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. He's pinged one through here. And it's Rodrigo. Out wide to the right. Bellarabi. That's a brilliant interception. Now it's Rodrigo. Tries to dink it in. Going for goal! No mistake! And again they hit the front. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Looking to break out here. Arnautovic. Arnautovic. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Vardy. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Danger averted for now.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Just has to be done.
Substitution on the field. Number 9. Number 17. Number 19.
Alderweireld plays it forward. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
And it's Bellarabi. You would think that the first substitutions would be coming up pretty soon. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And now they can launch a counter. Oxlade-Chamberlain already, of course, on the score sheet. Oh, too much weight on that. Medell. Good idea, just poorly executed. Bellarabi. Medell. Florenzi. He's had a shot! In it goes! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. Great ball, and now the shot. Now it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Gets good distance on it. Florenzi. He's found his man. Going through. Goes for goal! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, that ought to have wrapped it up, Peter. He may well regret that, you know.
And it's Gamero. Gamero. Florenzi tries to stroke it through. Partey goes looking. Ball through needs to be good here. It's a fab. Is it in? Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Gamero. Bellarabi. There is the final whistle. Well, this hurts. The